y'all, welcome to Restless Chipotle Kitchen. Today we are doing the cutest project ever. Halloween is right around the corner and you're going to want to do these. Y'all, these are the easiest things in the world to make and they are so cute. They would be adorable on a charcuterie board, which I know charcuterie is meat and cheese, but it has come to be like shepherd's pie, and it is the generic term for any kind of collection of food. And so let me just make that clear when I said that, because I know some of y'all are going to come back and you're going to be like, charcuterie is just for meat and cheese. Yes, I know that. But anyway, so it would be so cute on a Halloween table, or if you had a dip and other kinds of cookies and crackers and stuff around the sweet dip, however you want to do it. But they're so cute, so I hope you make them. They're great. They're a great project to do with the kids. So let's get started. You're going to need melting wafers. I don't like to use white chocolate because white chocolate is hard to work with. If you're going to melt it, it can be really fussy. It burns real easy. These are vanilla flavored melting wafers, and they're made just for this purpose, just for melting and coating things. So you're going to need those, however many you want, and you're going to need the Nutter Butter cookies. The ones that are peanut shaped. And the reason that you're going to need Nutter Butter is because of their shape. You're going to want that shape. So, I don't know, maybe there are some generic brand cookies out there that are the same shape as these, but I'm telling you, these things turn into almost anything. I've seen them as mummies. I've seen them as the ghosts like we're going to do. I just love them. So Nutter Butter cookies, this kind. They have another kind that has a real thin crust on it and then peanut butter inside, and I love those, but those will not work for this. All right, and eyes, candy eyes. You'll be able to see on the blog that when I made these, I tried chocolate chips too, and I just didn't think they were as cute as the candy eyes. So you can use chocolate chips if you need to, but the candy eyes are what's cute. All right, you're going to take the melting wafers and set your microwave on 50% power, and then you are going to melt these. I always set it for 3 minutes, and then I stir every 20 to 30 seconds. And once it's melted, then I just take them out, even if it hasn't been 3 minutes, okay? So 50% power for a couple of minutes until they're completely melted. You're also, by the way, you're going to want parchment paper or a silpat sheet to lay them on once they're coated, because it's messy. So let's get started and get these melted. So these took about a minute and 3/4 to melt perfectly. And I just want to stir it and make sure there's no bumps. I'm also going to put the candy eyes in something that's easier to get because this goes pretty fast. So basically what you're going to do is this. You're going to give your white chocolate coating a good stir and then put it right over the top of the Nutter Butter and let it drip down. And kind of twist it a little bit so that the drips, make sure you get the back, but twist it so that the drips run down. I don't know if you can see this, and it's messy. The drips run down and kind of look like the bottom of a ghost, and you can help it a little bit. And it'll drip down like that better if you let it cool just enough to get a little bit thick. Put it on your parchment or your silpat. Grab the candy eyes and put them in. Now, when I was doing this for the pictures, and they had to be absolutely gorgeous because, you know, pictures, whoops, I found that, that using tweezers was the easiest way to get them on there. You know, you might want to use tweezers or maybe not, but anyway. And that is how you do it. See that? So cute. Then you just leave it there to set. I would not put these in the refrigerator because it makes the black in the eyes, the condensation makes it run, and it just doesn't look good. So let's try another one. You could do this with green and make them witches. You could do it, or Frankenstein. You could do it with, I don't know, you could make vampires. You could make reindeer. In fact, I'm thinking about doing those for Christmas, so keep your eyes open. But you can do about anything with these. And you're not really covering the whole cookie. You're just covering part of it. Let's move you down into the workspace a little bit. And so this one will be a little bit closer up in case you haven't been able to see it. I'm just running it down like this and then making sure the back is covered and then putting a little bit more on the top and letting that run down to make our ghost. Once that's done, we lay that down. Whoops. And if that happens, that's why the tweezers make it a little bit easier. And I've noticed that these little ghosts have more personality depending on how you set the eyes. If you set them wide apart, they look one way. And since the eyes are all different, they're all going to look kind of different anyway. But if you set them wide apart, they look one way. And if you put them close together, they look another way. I just think they're the cutest things ever. But do watch that black in the middle because it does run. See, now this little guy looks different from this little guy. Once they've set, they're going to have this excess white chocolate on them. What you can do is just take dip a sharp knife in hot water and dry it off, and then with the warm knife just trim around. And you can even save that white chocolate and use it again for melting and coating. This little guy looks like he had a little too much to drink. All right, so those are the ghosts, and that's how you do that. The mummies are very, very similar, but there's a technique to it. You want to coat the ghosts, or coat the cookies just the way that you did with the ghosts, but don't put the eyes on yet. Get a good coating on there, and really, for the mummies, you want to coat the whole thing. And that is messy. Just so you know, in case there was any doubt in your mind, let me tell you, it's messy. You want to get a good cover on those and set them down. Now these, because they don't have the eyes on them, you're going to want to refrigerate until they're set. That'll take about 5 minutes. I'm going to coat a couple of these, and then I'm going to go ahead and refrigerate them so I can make the mummies. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about it. Once you've seen the ghosts coated, you can surely figure out how to coat the mummies, other than it's messy. No doubt about that. All right. You don't want to use up all of your white chocolate in coating the mummies unless you have more white chocolate, because you're going to need extra white chocolate for these. You're not finished once it's coated. All right? So I'm going to set these down on the paper plate and put them in the fridge just until the coating dries. All right, the coating on this has hardened up and set in the refrigerator. It took less than 5 minutes, in case you're wondering. Now there's a couple of ways to do this. While this was setting up in the fridge, this was cooling off at room temperature, and that made it a little bit thicker. Now some people like to pipe this on with a with a cake decorating tube thing. I really do know what it's called. I don't know where my brain is today. But y'all know I like easy. So I just usually let this set up a little bit. And if it's not set up enough right now, I'll put it in the refrigerator for a minute. And then I just drizzle it across. Just like that. Because these are the mummy Band-Aids. Now, I will say that you will have a lot more control if you use the little decorator tip, cake decorating tip. You will have a lot more control. But I don't want to get all of that out to just do a couple of cookies. So once you have the Band-Aids on there, you're going to put the eyes on, because our mummy is peeking out of his Band-Aids, and then, or his wrap, which I guess is historically more accurate. And then I'm going to just drizzle a little bit more across his eyes, like that. It's all about the drizzle, y'all. Now, I'm going to do it again. This one. And see what I mean about that excess chocolate? Excess white chocolate, I should say. All right, we're going to go through here. We're going to just drizzle, 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 drizzle. Put on the eyes. And then drizzle some more. Should probably do it this way, shouldn't I? This guy's eye is almost covered. Do it any way you want. I feel like Bob Ross here, do it any way you want. These are our happy little mummy bandages. I used to like to watch him. He's so calming. He used to be in the Marine Corps, and I just find that really hard to believe. He just doesn't seem like any of the Marines that I've ever known in my life, and I've known a few. Anyway, so now we're going to do this one. Same thing. Going to get those bandages on. And again, this is something the kids can do. It doesn't have to be exact. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just fun. And it's kind of relaxing doing something creative. Right, we're going to put one eye. We'll put the other eye. And then just more bandages. And there we have it. There are our mummies. So now we have 4 mummies. They're cute. And 4 ghosties. Also very cute. And I'm just going to let these set and they'll be ready to go. You store these at room temperature in an airtight container. I would put parchment or wax paper between the layers, because if they start to get a little melty, they'll stick together and they'll mess the eyes up. And they should store at room temperature. They should be fine for at least a week. Don't put them in the refrigerator. Don't freeze them. If your kitchen is really, really hot, then you want to make them the day that you're going to use them, because they may get melty. So you know, once you put them in an airtight container, you want to put them in a cool, dark place that's dry, not like the refrigerator. But if your pantry is like my pantry, I have a really old house, and my pantry is cooler than the rest of the house all the time. I don't know why. It's a little scary, but there you go. Anyway, and so I can put things that need to be cooler than my 115-degree kitchen. Not really 115 degrees, but man, it has been hot in Texas the past month or so. And then last week, my air conditioning went out. And so I had no air conditioning in the kitchen. And let me tell you, it was hot. I think I've got you guys ski-hot a little bit. There we go. Anyway, room temperature in an airtight container with wax paper between the layers, and you will be good to go for Halloween. So one thing I want to show y'all that was kind of hard to show you when the camera was turned down is this is how they may come out, because you lay them on a flat surface when the white chocolate was wet, right? So you're going to take your knife, and it's better if it's hot. This one I'm not going to be able to keep hot because of what I'm doing, but it's better if it's a warm knife. And just make sure you can see this. Just trim the white chocolate right next to, and maybe, you know, maybe you're going to want some of this. Maybe that's part of the design, but you can trim the white chocolate right next to the cookie, and that takes care of that. Okay, that's how you do that. Sharp knife, keep it hot, white chocolate, trim. But these are how our ghosts and our mummies came out. They're super cute. I used the ghosts in a Halloween dirt cup that's on the blog, and it is the most adorable thing. But the mummies would work in that too. I just think this would be super cute on a charcuterie board, some kind of cookie board with dips, at a Halloween party as favors for the kids if you're a room mother. God, I used to do that eons ago. And anything like that. But these are so cute. I just wanted to show them to you. I just wanted to show you how to make them and just have a good time with it, okay? All right. I love y'all. I'll be back next week with something absolutely delicious. Don't know what it is yet, but it will be. And leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That way you'll always get updates when a new video comes up. Usually I try to publish a new video every week on Monday at about 9 a.m. Central Time. So that'd be 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Mountain. But I try to get a new video up every week about then. And if you're subscribed, you'll get a notice when it comes up so you can be the very first person to watch it. So, ooh, there's that. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to come back next week. Give these a try and let me know what you think. And don't forget, check out those dirt cups on the blog. I'll put the link below, okay? All right. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.